Some Tehran residents are cautiously welcoming the deal between Iran and the United States.
The Americans have proven in the past, particularly with the JCPOA, that they are not fully committed, especially the current administration. Personally, I am not optimistic about this. At least, I think that agreement was a bitter experience for my country.
I have a positive opinion about the agreement. War has never been to the betterment of anyone.
Our future, if the deal is executed correctly, it will certainly mean we will be working with the outside world, and it will likely ease the high prices to some extent and improve the livelihoods of the people and the situation of the country.
All right, for more on this, let's go to Ali Akbar Dareini. He's a researcher at the Tehran-based Centre for Strategic Studies, and he's joining us from the Iranian capital. Mr. Dareini, those people that we spoke to on the streets are clearly wanting some kind of shift in the conflict here and an end to what has been some economic hardship. Are you pleased that a deal has been agreed?
Yes, because this Memorandum of Understanding is the result of the Iranian design, the format Iran designed for the talks. That is, the Americans insisted on a one-phase deal, all being discussed in one package, but Iran imposed its will and said, no, it has to be done in two phases. The first phase, it includes confidence-building measures. The second phase, the start of negotiations for a final deal. But we have to remember that from the Iranian standpoint, this Memorandum of Understanding is the continuation of the war. The war is not yet over. Iran has to verify whether the Americans and the Israelis will comply with their obligations under this limited Memorandum of Understanding. This is not an agreement. This is a limited deal for a limited period of time. Iran has emerged the victor in this Memorandum of Understanding. Why? Because Iran's biggest achievement is to get the United States to agree to this two-phase deal. In the first phase, Iran does not give any concessions other than agreeing to talk about the nuclear issue in the second phase and reopening the Strait of Hormuz based on Iranian management. This is the two commitments Iran is giving, and that protects and serves Iran's strategic interests. But the Americans have to give a lot of concessions, including a commitment to end the war on all fronts, including Lebanon, release Iranian assets, end the blockade, and start suspending sanctions on Iran.
OK, I want to talk about the Strait in a moment, but can we talk to your point you made there about Lebanon? What power does the US have to ensure that the war in Lebanon does come to an end, given the comments that we have seen from Israel's defense minister this morning about its position that it will not withdraw?
The Americans for decades signed deals with Arab states and others, but they intentionally kept Israel out of the deal. And Israel started violating the ceasefire and bombing its neighbors. And the Americans kept saying that this is not us, this is Israel, and Israel is out of the deal. Iran put an end to this. Iran has introduced a new regional security order on the basis of which Israel's freedom of action is constrained. And this new equation is, if Israel attacks Lebanon, Iran will attack Israel directly. If Israel attacks Iran, Iran will retaliate both to Israel and the United States, because these two are not separated from each other. So the war against Iran and the war against Lebanon is not separable. The Americans worked hard to separate the two, but finally they agreed to. Israel's attack on Dahia yesterday even accelerated that. Iran was on the verge of retaliating against Israel, but cancelled its planned retaliation after it obtained more concessions from the United States to tame its rabid dog Israel. And there is a guarantee. In international relations, there is no guarantee other than the cost and benefit analysis. If the Israelis don't comply with this memorandum of understanding, then that means the MOU has been violated, and Iran will react. That means will close the Strait of Hormuz again and will punish Israel.
All right. Well, on that mention of the Strait of Hormuz, just quickly before we go, the US president has said it will be toll-free. So can I get from you, maybe it's just yes or no, does that mean that there is no charge, no protocol, no service fee, no security permit being imposed by Iran?
No, the Strait of Hormuz will be reopened, but based on Iranian management. It means no military ships will pass through the Strait of Hormuz. There will be fees based on the Iranian decision, and there will be a safe corridor. All ships, excluding military ships, will be allowed to pass through the Strait of Hormuz under Iranian management. This is what the Americans have agreed to. They may not say it publicly right now, but the Strait of Hormuz will be reopened not the way it was before, based on the Iranian management.
Okay. Ali Akbar Dareini joining us from Tehran. Thank you.